Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Today's video, we're breaking down a clip from George over at Cryptos R Us. He's an OG in the space. I think I've had a couple of clips from him before, but this one actually is late in regards to when he released it. But you'll see that what he was talking about here is literally playing out in real time with the positive momentum we're seeing in Bitcoin as of this video. And I suspect it will continue for the month of July. And we will have another, as Plan B says, green dot on his Bitcoin charts, meaning a higher monthly close than the previous month. So what he talks about in here is three catalysts playing out right now in real time. Some coming maybe by the time you see this video, be next week or the week you're watching. And then one bonus I'm going to give you that I mentioned in another video. So catalyst number one
to talk about. Number one is that big, beautiful bill. It did pass. So I do expect some consequence of it. I think the markets will take it more favorably than disfavorably. So we'll see how Wall Street reacts to it. But ultimately, I've already said this, how it relates to Bitcoin is, number one, we know that the US government will continue to spend. That's why the deficit will increase and the debt ceiling was raised with that big, beautiful bill. So all that is going to drive more people to Bitcoin. It will. It's one of the reasons why Bitcoin actually started trending higher because of it. I think a lot of people see that. The opponents of the bill are mostly opposed to the extra spending. And that is why I think it's going to help Bitcoin long term. Short term, again, we'll see what Wall Street thinks. Wall Street might think it's a good thing because it does help big businesses. It does help the rich. There are tax cuts. So Wall Street overall could think it's a good thing. And then you compound that with what is it? You compound it with a secondary boost for Bitcoin, I guess.
And again, this was 3 days ago as of this recording, which is July 9th. So that was on July 6th when the bill passed that day. And we can already see, how the markets have taken this. And you can see Bitcoin up 2%, ETH up 7%, mostly green all around the board, 8% on XRP. So everything's green, 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 green. This is your 7-day. So as of that video would have been 3 days ago, but there is more catalysts coming. So this is already priced in with the big, beautiful bill. And what he was talking about is to see what was going to happen. And by the time you're seeing this, will be well a week further into the big, beautiful bill. Man, Doge is still down here at the bottom. Anyway, let's go to catalyst number 2.
It's gonna be good. But this is not the only thing. This is not the only thing that's gonna be helping. Trade deficit or trade deals. Trump announced that there are about 12 deals made in this last week. We heard about the one, weeks ago we had UK, then China, we got Vietnam. So that's 3. So there's about 9 additional countries that made a deal. So this is really good. And plus, Scott Benson said that they're going to send out letters saying that if you don't make a deal by August 1st, then tariffs will come back. So I do think, and this is what I said last week, I do think that we're going to get more countries coming and forming deals. And that would be a really good thing. I think the more clarity that we get on tariffs, basically the more clarity that we get, the better, because it leads to rate cuts. Okay, so that's something that Trump obviously is pushing for, everyone's pushing for. But Powell already himself said, I can't lower, or I would have lowered already if it was not for the tariffs.
So I showed you this in a previous video. So as of this video right now, we don't have any new trade deals, but we did see a bunch of tariffs that came into play on the 9th. Maybe by the time you're watching this, we'll find out what those finalized deals are. According to Grok, we have, tariffs 10%, baseline on all imports. China is 30%, Canada, Mexico 25%, EU was at 10, escalated to 50, Vietnam 20%, and 40 on transshipments. Other countries 36, 35. What about the trade deals? Finalized trade deals. UK has finalized. China has, I guess, something along with the finalized deals in coinciding with the tariffs. Vietnam. So we don't have any new announcements as of this video. So again, point being that the market has already decided that even without the additional deals being done, and even with more tariffs and higher, I guess they're lower technically, but they're still pretty high, it is still giving Bitcoin a nice little rally and pump across the board with other alts as well. So again, what George just mentioned, as we get more deals, which we haven't had in this video, it should be more bullish. As we get final tariffs, it'll be more bullish. So anything that gives certainty to the markets, then that's going to cause Bitcoin to rally. And let's go to his last point here, and then I'll give you the bonus, which, spoiler, TLDR, if you follow me, you would have already known about it.
Minutes from the last FOMC meeting. So if there's anything in there that states that the Fed is ready to cut, if there's any inkling that they are ready to cut, that's going to probably drive markets upwards too. Not going to be probably this month. There's like no way it's going to happen this month. But September, it's priced in, right? But you know what? July is still early. We're only in the first week of July. Maybe because the FOMC meeting is at the end of July. So maybe there's some kind of hint from the minutes that show that the Fed is willing to cut this month if they see this, this, and this, and this. If there's any kind of language in there that indicates that, then maybe there's a chance. And then maybe, you know, then markets will react very positively to that as well.
So we most likely, they're already pricing in that we won't see a rate cut right now in July, but I think the markets are pricing in like a 25 basis point into September. But the point he's getting at is that we should get the minutes, which there could be some dovish language in there. And again, we're already seeing that Trump is trying to get rid of Powell and even getting Cynthia Lummis involved as well. So regardless, and I mentioned this to you guys before, it doesn't actually matter. Regardless, we know that Jerome is on the way out and somebody else is on the way in, and Jack Mallers had a great clip. I don't have that pulled up right now, but a great clip from Scott Bessent stating, somebody asked him, could he be the Secretary of Treasury as well as the Fed chair? And he said that he didn't say no. And he said the last time that actually happened was in like the 1930s, meaning it is possible for him or that position to be secured by the same person. How crazy would that be? Man, if that gets announced or that gets happened or happens, I should say, or even somebody that Trump wants, it doesn't matter. Again, that will send Bitcoin to the moon. So everybody's sitting on the sidelines hoping to buy the dip. I wish I had that clip from the guy. He was in my comments where he sold out about 3 months ago because he thought that was the top. And here we are at a new all-time high at 112. And yeah, people are just not looking at the macro. Like they're trying to look at Bitcoin the way that it's always been, I guess. And if you do not do your research and understand that it is different, because we've never had institutional level capital in the markets. So you can't evaluate it the exact same way. Sure, the 4-year cycle with debasing currencies and liquidity and M2 money supply, all that will still play out. But the way that people are looking at Bitcoin now is very different than the typical dumb money, ape money retail investors that started Bitcoin with the 15-year adoption. So you have to price that into your analysis because it changes things, whether you like it or not, good, bad, or indifferent. And here's the bonus I was talking about. We have Crypto Week. So by the time you see this video, we will be into Crypto Week. Any of these getting pushed forward, approved, whatever, that is clearly going to be a bullish signal for Bitcoin and for crypto as a whole. Markets love certainty. That's all George was talking about. Is like, can we get some certainty? It doesn't matter if there's shitty ass tariffs for other countries. It gives the market certainties of what to expect. So I believe we will see by the end of July. I'll go ahead and call my Babe Ruth shot. We're going to see a 120, 130 BTC price by the end of July. I'm going to put that out there. So we'll see. All right, let me know what you guys think, how July is going to phase up, and how these existing announcements and things are playing out for your portfolio. All right, smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your possible. See ya.